some call it cockiness. Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Trojans' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. The give on the option. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Clemson is quick to the line. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off at. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great...
Turning it on! And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Trojans are marching down the field. Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal. And
there he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground in this 1st quarter. That is a terrific start. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Hand off to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
He'll bring it out. It's Pryor. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Defense showing blitz here. They'll toss it to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy.
He's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Setting up for the extra point and the time.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so...
Makes the grab on the left side. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside of the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tiger! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game, too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Going right to work up top. Got him downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Tigers are in the hurry up.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just
going for it all. Catch inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. These corners going to give them some space. Give to Brown. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Trojans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Caught close to the marker. It's Reese. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Reese. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Reese. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Fires downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. First 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Looking to throw again. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Unloads to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little space. Gets it past the marker. He's got 93 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. There's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. On the move. It's down. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Clemson jumps to the line. The snap sets up to throw. Big guy smells it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Pryor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Forced out of the pocket. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Chunk it away just as he was hit. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle. It's Reese. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Let's it fly. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On the ground, it's Dell. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Clemson is quick to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Unloads it left. Complete downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Right on the money.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
This time, he's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So they're facing third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Pryor. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Gonna look downfield again. That's caught. It's Reese. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Open space at the 25. Touchdown Trojans. They take the lead with the 6. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that. No matter what they do, they're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He might want another play. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Back's looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Tiger. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense, all of a sudden, they have some mojo, and that's a big confidence booster on 4th and goal, down close to the goal line, trusting your quarterback to make the right decision. And David, they're 1 point away now from tying this thing up late in the game.
Oh, and I say, how good do they feel? Do they want to go for taking the lead here and go for 2? This offense has been aggressive. They got some momentum. Where do they go from here?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ball State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Muncie had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. Gets away from one. He's got space. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of the goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run the whole playbook at your disposal.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Gives it on the option. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hauls it in. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes a handoff. It's down. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Touchdown, Clemson! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense.
Open field on the right. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You've got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. Shot up top, you just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Might be calling a hot route. Snagged out of the air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Grab near the marker. It's Reese. Touchdown, Trojan. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing off.
Clemson, 49.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback moving. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. The offense coughs it up. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the middle. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams.
Clemson.